Kevin Davis, he described this scene as a bloodbath. I've never had a chief describe a scene like that before. And it is just horrific, tragic what happened here because everyone involved here was related to one another. And there was a 1-year-old child inside the apartment when all of this took place. Fairfax County Police say that they got to the scene here around 5 o'clock this morning. This is the Margate Manor apartment complex. The apartment where all of this took place is shared by a couple in their 50s, their daughter and her husband, who are both in their 30s, and their 1-year-old son. Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis says the father of that 1-year-old was actually outside cleaning off his car when he heard commotion inside the apartment. When he went inside, he told police he found his father-in-law stabbing his wife and her mother. The suspect eventually then turned that knife on the son-in-law. Chief Davis says when officers arrived, the suspect wouldn't drop the knife and an officer shot him.
Our officer gave repeated commands, one after another, to this perpetrator, the father-in-law, to drop the knife, drop the knife, drop the knife. Not only does he not drop the knife, but he still proceeds to stab the son-in-law.
And here's a look at that knife that police...
Man, look at that. So, that is crazy, man. That thing doesn't look like it has a handle. So, the father-in-law, apparently, stabbed his wife, stabbed the daughter, I'm assuming, because, the man that he also stabbed that survived, who's, in critical condition, that was his wife, and, identifying this person as his father-in-law, and, I'm not sure if he stabbed the child or not, man. I'll have to listen more, but, man, look at this knife, man. That is like craziness.
Was used in this attack. The chief described it as a long curved blade that resembled a meat cleaver. The son-in-law is still in the hospital. He's in grave condition this morning. According to the chief, the officer who shot the suspect has been on the force for a couple of years. He will be reassigned to another unit while the investigation is going on, and the body camera video from this incident should be released in about 30 days. We asked police what happened in the moments leading up to this violent attack. They told us that that is all under investigation. They say that they do need the public's help in this case. They say they're trying to learn more about this family. So if anybody knows who they are, they are asked to contact the Fairfax County.
It's going to be tough, man. Of course, you never know the motive, man. And that's the whole thing. They always, it's the first thing is that they try to do is to establish motive. And that is very tough, especially when it's not too many people who survived this, who can, tell what was going on. It's just super tough for investigators to find a motive.
There was a 1-year-old child inside the apartment when all of this took place. Fairfax County Police say that they got to the scene here around 5 o'clock this morning. This is the Margate Manor apartment complex. The apartment where all of this took place is shared by a couple in their 50s, their daughter and her husband, who are both in their 30s, and their 1-year-old son. Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis says the father of that 1-year-old was actually outside cleaning off his car when he heard commotion inside the apartment. When he went inside, he told police he found his father-in-law stabbing his wife and her mother. The suspect eventually...
Man. Hey, it's no telling what was going on within this family, man. But, you kill your wife and you kill the daughter, and then you turn and you go to kill your son-in-law. Didn't hear anything as far as anything happening to the baby, but definitely praying for this family, and definitely unfortunate tragedy. Praying for the little 1-year-old, and thankfully they wasn't hurt. But man, like, to tear apart your family like this, and it's no telling, man, what this whole thing was over. But man, to take a meat cleaver like that, I mean, you definitely a crime of passion. You know, I've already did a video of something like happening in think it was Prince William County, and this was in Fairfax County. So, and a lot of these stories are becoming a lot more frequent, to where some type of disagreement happened, some type of argument or something happened, and it's no telling why these that the family was living in this condition, where it was like the mother and father, and then the mother and father of the 1 year old, they could have came on hard times, could have lost their job. A lot of things can happen, but it'd be interesting to see, if they can establish a motive and try to figure out what led up to this whole thing. Um, but no matter really what it was, it shouldn't have reached this point. It shouldn't have gotten this far, to where this thing was, you know, turning into you stabbing and killing people, and then critically injuring another. So, and then also being shot yourself by police because you wouldn't put the weapon down. Like, police are not gonna play with you about that type of thing. They tell you to put the weapon down, you don't put the weapon down, they're gonna light you up. That's a guarantee. But I want to know what everyone thinks about this story here. Leave it in the comments. Your opinions on this story, and of course we can't have too many deep opinions because we just don't know the full story yet of what happened. But man took a butcher knife to his family. Man, it's just craziness. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Justin Paul. Peace.